Pro Wrestling Weekly. For over 20 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment radio talk.
Is cooking.
WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly,
the longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
You really do sound like a
grizzled old vet. Is that where you were going with there?
Yes.
To not get you in trouble?
Oh, I'll get in trouble at some point. Believe me, I'll do something.
Well, to keep you out of trouble in this case, at least.
And now, here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Ooh, I'm getting good at this radio thing.
Yeah! It only took you 5.5 years.
I'm not good at it yet. I'm starting.
Yeah.
Only slightly.
Slowest escalator upward.
Shut up!
There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you alongside the gang, all here 2 weeks in a row.
Yep.
Well, isn't that a surprise?
Jumping Twitch Farmer over here with some rifling through my bag. Yep. It's got to be
there you go. Yeah, wait to...
toughest match I ever had in my life. Motley Cruz. Yep.
Well done. The old Jumpin' Jeff Farmer thing from the internet there.
Yep.
Yeah, known for that very infamous one word as far as a start to the promo. Amazing how that works out here.
Like that's how you start you're on TV, I think, and that's how you start your promo on TV. Yep.
Yep, indeed.
Sometimes you gotta talk like you wouldn't. You gotta not talk like you would in an actual conversation, because it's TV. It's showmanship, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's certainly not a bad thing to say the least here, and
that's why Hogan always said, "Well, let me tell you something, brother," or Mean Gene,
or whomever.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, whoever it was that he was talking to,
or about.
Or about. Hey, you're just cracking yourself up today.
Oh, like you don't, like we don't know what's going on here with the joke.
Actually, for once, you've left me in the dark.
You know what? I'm just gonna refrain from making that Hogan joke.
Okay then.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah. Even I'm a bit lost on this one.
What? Did you not remember that thing we covered a few years ago about Hogan and the pillow talk and?
Well, yeah. I'm trying not to go back to that.
So you're okay.
Okay.
Even Mitch gets that one. Wow. I must be having an off day. Well, somebody who's not having an off day, that would be this particular guy here.
The Big Dog.
Yes, he showed up this past Monday on Raw to announce some pretty good news here, and he ended up following up with it, of all places, on Good Morning America with Robin Roberts. So here's a little snippet from that here.
Now to our GMA cover story, our exclusive with one of the toughest WWE superstars we know. Of course, we're talking about Roman Reigns. Overnight, he made an announcement about his battle against leukemia.
The good news is I'm in remission, y'all.
I love how you threw in y'all. I love that. That's so
That's
you.
the South in me.
I know that.
You wouldn't think it, but I was born and raised in Pensacola, Florida, down in the Panhandle.
Oh, really?
Just a Southern boy.
Just so incredibly happy for you.
Thank you.
What was it like to be back in the ring and to show a few of your moves last night? Yeah.
It was amazing. You know, it's one of those things that I just thought about over and over, and I just knew in my head, you know, this journey is not going to be complete until I get to step foot back in that ring, you know, and I get to address my fans, and they were just so gentle with me and just so gracious, and they just sent so much love, and I just wanted everybody to know, and I was so nervous last night.
Really?
So nervous, and I don't even get nervous. I'm fine right now. Main events of WrestleMania, all good, but last night I think because it was just so close to the vest that it just really, you know, the perfectionist came out in me, the OCD came out, but everybody was so great, and the love, you know, through this whole process, the support is what was really overwhelming, you know, to be able to feel that from the whole world, from everybody, you know, all the prayers, all the blessings, it was a blessing.
So what do you want to do now? How do you want to help spread the message, and especially about pediatric cancer?
You know, I have the opportunity to do as you do, to create awareness, you know, just like this, you know, ABC Good Morning America, I have a huge platform within the WWE.
Right.
We're a global brand, we're all over the world, so I think, you know, every night that I'm able to step in that ring, it's a symbol of hope, a symbol of awareness, and, you know, we're not just going to talk about it, we're in the process of creating, you know, funds and foundations to help, you know, so we want to make people aware, but we also want to, you know, roll our sleeves up and get our hands dirty and make some moves.
Yeah, they're going to make some moves out there. And, before you get out of here, you're making some moves on the silver screen. Do you know this man opposite this other guy, Dwayne Johnson? Yeah. Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And can I tell you what, Dwayne, what he said about you? He said about you, his perseverance and humility battling this challenge has inspired our entire family as well as millions around the world in our beloved WWE universe. Can't wait to see the big dog return to the ring. What is it going to be like to see yourself up on the silver screen?
It's going to be a little weird, to be honest. I'm not a fan of watching my own work anymore, so, but, you know, the experience was phenomenal, you know, to be able to hang out with Dwayne and see him in his element, you know, and just, you know, the type of genuine great person he is. He's infectious, you know, he can magnetize you. You want to be around him. You want to hang out with him because he's such a nice person. So it was great, you know. And then to be in the island of Hawaii, to be in Kauai, oh my goodness. We said it the whole time. The mana is real. So a little promotion of Hawaii. If you get a chance, get out there, please.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, we are so happy for you, and thank you. Thank you for making your message, for sharing the message of hope for so many. It's so vital, and can't wait to see you back in the ring and on the big screen too. Roman Reigns.
So yeah, there you go. And I can certainly speak from experience, although it's been about 20 years, that yeah, Hawaii is an amazing place.
Yes, I would love to go.
Never been to it, but it sounds lovely.
Yeah, that was a long time ago in a high school not so far away.
Had me there for a second.
I had you there? What do you mean?
I wanted you to quote it so bad. Look, my name's Luke. I don't have a choice. I have an attachment to Star Wars, okay? It's just coincidental that I became a fan. But, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, well, great news that we'll be seeing Roman Reigns back, and I was debating bringing it out there, but the reaction that he got when his music hit was, I think, the reaction that WWE's been looking for the last 3 or 4 years now.
We should have booked him against this Lou all along. No, Vince, that's not. He's not an actual person. They got him over.
Did you real?
Look,
I'm just gonna face palm at that and move on.
Look, can I just say one thing though?
You just did.
No, I mean, in all seriousness, the amount of people that thought that WWE was doing this as a work.
As a created storyline,
need to they need to stop watching wrestling, first of all, because I don't think this is for you anymore. Second of all, you need to reevaluate what you're doing with your life and thinking that, and like, it's just
you're just wagging the fickle finger of fate at people.
Look,
here.
People will. It's one of those things of, if you can't. Not everything in wrestling is a work. You know what I mean? And second of all, that's just mad disrespectful and mad ignorant.
To think that there would be the possibility of faking something like cancer.
Yeah, and people like to think, well, WWE's gone. Yeah, but they wouldn't go that far this time. And it's never been something like, faking an illness of this magnitude, especially in this day and age when there are so many eyes on the product, not just on WWE, but on the sport in general, and they're a publicly traded company.
There's a lot of things that would definitely backlash, no pun intended with the pay-per-view they used to call Backlash, but there would certainly be a lot of negative reaction or repercussions, whatever word you want to use.
And to quote the New Day, shame on you, shame.
Yeah, that's certainly a good, simple way to wrap it up here. That's I don't know where else to go with that. Although there are a number of different places that we can go following that. As you
been a
opened
busy
up.
week in wrestling, has it?
And just with your little soliloquy there, you left like 3 segues open as far as 3 different stories to go to here.
Yes,
so.
I did that for a reason, not just to shame certain wrestling fans.
No, not just for shaming purposes.
No, just segue into to New Day or something like that.
Well,
You don't have to.
We'll save that one for the other side as things not quite looking as good for the New Day thanks to one Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Yeah.
Things not going so great here. Although maybe with a certain person in Vincent Kennedy McMahon's ear now that things may be looking up for just the overall interest in the product as a whole. Now, I'm not sure.
The product will be shown a lot of love, brother.
Yeah, I guess that's certainly one way to put it here. That's right.
Did there?
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah, it's Bruce Prichard making his return to the WWE creative team this past Monday, and many would argue that the quality stepped up considerably in such that short time. Now, Prichard was a longtime member of Vince McMahon's inner circle before leaving the company back in 2008. And of course, as you note from the background theme here, he was recognizable on screen as the heel manager and interviewer Brother Love, a spoof.
I love you.
Yes, a spoof of the 1980s televangelists that was a whole to-do.
Got up in red face and everything it's great. Just to pretend to be a sweaty televangelist.
Yeah, there's certainly something to be said for that. That is for sure. Now, Prichard addressed his return to WWE during his weekly Something to Wrestle with Bruce Prichard podcast that was released yesterday, saying, quote, "I'm extremely proud and extremely happy to be back in the family at WWE. I had my first TVs back this week, had an absolute blast seeing everybody and being back in the fold. Not being coy or anything like that, a lot still needs to be worked out as far as what my role will be. I'm going to come back and help out wherever I can be most valuable, and we're working through it. We're figuring out where I might fit best, and how and what and why and everything else. It's something that happened pretty quickly with me going to TV. A lot has changed in 10 years, and I have to see where I fit in, and they have to see where I fit in and how and what have you. So there's still a lot of questions that need to be answered, and I'm looking forward to an incredible journey."
Yeah.
Now, Prichard and co-host Comrade Thompson noted that they will not be canceling any of the live shows that they have advertised. Thompson said that there are a lot of 18-hour days in Prichard's future, so they will not be able to run as many live shows beyond their advertised events. The duo also stated that they will not be canceling their weekly podcast. Thompson said their taping schedule will likely need to change, but said that new shows will continue to drop on Fridays, with Thompson noting, quote, "We're not going anywhere."
Yeah.
So that is good to hear.
It's gathered quite a good following, his podcast. I haven't really listened to it. Not that I don't want to, I just haven't had the time. And it's
well, that's the thing. There's only so many
podcasts and shows and movies and games and ugh.
Oh my?
Yes. Oh my. Indeed. Oh my.
So much
oh
of
hell
that.
Yes. Honey, put on that party dress. Oh, don't you start with me, Mitch. Audible groaning as well.
Oh, I'm starting with you.
It's amazing how quickly that just it all comes.
Crashing
that wasn't
down.
that wasn't even. Really?
Wasn't even planned. Nope.
Oh man,
You're
I can't even.
Are you thankful now that I'm back 2 weeks in a row, Fearon? Remember how smooth the show was going till I was gone? But no, you got to make fun of the fact that I'm part-time. Well, sometimes I do things to benefit this show because I care that much, and I know I can be a nuisance. Paul, say something stupid.
Oh goodness, I don't even know anymore. Ow. All right, I'm gonna recover from head desking there for a moment, and we're gonna take our first time out. We'll come back with more news and notes, including how things didn't exactly go great for the New Day, and a little bit of shade being thrown from one actor to another movie star. We'll talk a little bit about that, as well as the latest Hall of Fame induction, and let's just say that this inductee is cool, cocky, and bad. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All that and more here on Pro Wrestling Weekly on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Lee Piccarello inviting you to tune in every Friday morning at 8 a.m. to The Head Game, a must-listen show for athletes and coaches of all levels and ages. Mindful Athlete Training in Newtown, Pennsylvania is a mental circuit training program that prepares the athletes to perform at the highest level of today's game. Athletes get into the zone faster and stay there longer. Tune in every Friday morning at 8 a.m. right here on WBCB 1490 AM and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.
Catch the ultimate wager and watch experience only at Chickies and Pete's. Place a bet at either the new sportsbook at Parks Casino or the sportsbook at the Tropicana, and then watch it pay off just steps away at the Chickies and Pete's inside both casinos. Chickies and Pete's will have all the big games on all the big screens, and the best bet is the food will be great. The ultimate in-game experience is now the ultimate wager and watch experience at Chickies and Pete's at Parks Casino and Chickies and Pete's at the Tropicana.
Must be 21 or older and gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
Experience the spirit of giving when you enter Flowers by Jenny Lynn. Whether it's for a wedding, a birthday, or just an I'm thinking of you, Flowers by Jenny Lynn has the perfect gift. Feast your eyes on the bright hues of the season in their fresh flower department. They also carry a wide variety of flowers daily from around the world, including tropical flowers, wildflowers, roses, and seasonal floral mixes for every taste. Flowers by Jenny Lynn also carries unique gifts, like gourmet jams, candies, and cookies. Serving the area for over 25 years, Flowers by Jenny Lynn is your Fairless Hills florist. Stop by their beautiful shop to see for yourself, located at 100 Trenton Road in Fairless Hills, or check them out online at flowersbyjennylynn.com. Give them a call today at 1-800-547-4551. The number again is 1-800-547-4551. Flowers by Jenny Lynn, the art of fresh flowers.
What script? We got rid of it, remember?
Yeah, oh yeah, you crumbled it up. Wait, no. It's in the waste bucket. I don't know why I just called it a waste bucket. I've been watching too much British television.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
No, sorry, that's the rubbish bin. It's in the
Where most of your jokes go.
Yes!
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you alongside Twitch and Mitch. The band back together.
Quite the dynamic duo.
No.
No.
As opposed to the Trinamic Trio?
No.
Yeah, don't worry. I don't like what Try's doing either.
Tell them, Try.
All right, that brief story we've got to bring up at least for the moment, since that was so short-lived back in '97. That was initially going to be that was kind of a transitional nickname for what became Triple H.
Yes.
As Hunter Hearst Helmsley, where they were kind of figuring out what to call him, and at one point they decided to go with Try as a nickname. TRI. Yeah,
Tell 'em, Try.
Exactly.
Oh, Try again with those nicknames. How about it?
Well, they did, and that's why Triple H has worked for the better part of the last almost 20 years.
Yes.
Or a little more than 20 years at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, math, numbers, things. All right, let's take a look here at the local scene, courtesy of Ed from Northeast Philly. Ed, welcome to the Pro Wrestling Weekly show here.
I'm back.
You're back, and better than ever. Got a knack for making things better. Eric Bischoff.
Good afternoon. Yeah. Congratulations on 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a little bit here, and actually in another 3 weeks here, there's another big milestone, as it'll be 10 years that I've been the host of this program. Yeah, where the heck does the time go?
In the rubbish bin with my jokes.
That's a callback. Very well done.
Thank you.
I had a feeling you were going to use that recycled joke.
Wow! Wow! And we're done. Thanks for tuning in.
I'll see myself out. Thank you.
Wow.
Wow. I can see I've overstayed my welcome.
Sorry, Twitch.
No, you're not. It's fine. And as well, you shouldn't be. That was a good one. A very good one.
Mitch, take over. You lock up. I'm leaving. No, sorry. Let's get this back on track here. What's going on?
Because it was on track to begin with. Let's.
No, it's very rare that I get floored, though.
Yeah, because you're just surprised because you weren't the one taking the pot shots at me.
You know what?
Delete that.
No, that's absolutely staying in. That is marked in for posterity.
Don't you dare cut that. That's another return to the show.
Yeah, marked for posterity for the ultimate mark.
Why'd you have to ruin it? Why'd you have to ruin it? Man, we were just having such a good time and.
No, go on.
The big event is next weekend, March 9th in Elmhurst, New York.
Yes, it's up in. God, I can't believe it's only a week away now. Yeah, the big event, 16. With a lot of different wrestlers in the fray. I'm definitely not going to be able to make it up to that. That's as much as I'd love to be able to. Those New York ones are
they're a chore.
A little bit of a chore, exactly.
Like Jesse Ventura, Sid Vicious, Brooke Hogan, Booker T, Jasmine St. Clair.
Oh yeah, there's. I'm looking through the list here. There's quite a few names here. Al Snow's going to be there. You mentioned Jesse the Body Ventura. For the UFC fans, Randy Couture is going to be there.
Yes, and fans of the Expendables, a.k.a. me.
Yeah, there's that too. Layla L, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry.
Yes.
Chavo Jr.
Yeah, that's right. Chavo Guerrero is going to be a part of it. The wrestler formerly known as Enzo Amore.
Real one, yes.
Yeah, real one. Well, they have NZO is the advertised name on it.
What? Ugh.
Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, Marty
Glamour
Jannetty's going to be there.
Yeah.
The Glamour Girls, which that's right. They've got a pretty good weekend ahead of them. They're also going to be here local. If you don't want to go up to New York for that, they will actually. In the afternoon, so they'll be up at the big event in the morning, and then in the afternoon, they'll from 4 to 6 next Saturday, they will be over at George's Cards and Collectibles in the Neshaminy Mall.
Who are the Glamour Girls again?
That would be Judy Martin and Leilani Kai.
Ah, yes.
I think you might remember from OSW Review, I think they referred to them as the Golden Girls. From that, of course they did.
Of course they did.
And the Godwins are going to be there too, I think, at George's.
Oh, yeah, well, George's, they've got a big old weekend coming up. First, this coming Friday from 7 to 9 p.m., NXT star Kayla Braxton will be there.
Yes, backstage interviewer Kayla Braxton. It's very...
A Rebel?
Yeah, and then
Rebel
Saturday...
from TNA, yeah.
Rebel from TNA, yep, exactly. And then that the next day, March 9th, from 4 to 6, you'll have the Godwins as well as the Glamour Girls. And then Sunday, March 10th, from noon till 2, so you can check that out before Fastlane, Chavo Guerrero Jr. as well as WWE Hall of Famer Ted DiBiase with Virgil.
For real this time?
Yes. Yes.
When is this again?
That is a week from tomorrow. It's the same day as Fastlane, from noon
Fearon?
to 2.
What time?
Noon to 2. You have work, don't you?
Probably.
You got work.
Probably.
And I'll get to this segue. Ricochet and his partner will be at Adventureland.
No, not Ricochet and his partner. It'll be Tommaso Ciampa and Ricochet will be at Adventureland.
Hey, you're just up on all these things here. Yeah. Huh.
March 10th from 12 to 2 p.m.
Man, so there's a lot going on in this locale here. That's for sure. I think part of that has to do with
Mania.
Well, not only Mania and getting the appearances going with that, but we also got we got Raw coming here this Monday.
Yes, it's going to be a great few months for wrestling in the tri-state area. Even tonight, you have the CZW trifecta elimination thing. Which is like their big event that's going to be happening. It's going to be the Amazing Red's going to return to the Combat Zone for the first time in a while. He and Anthony Gangone are fighting for the CZW World Tag Titles against the Rep.
You just might have stole his thunder there.
Oh, did I? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, he made fun of me and trashed me.
So that's your
Play.
revenge.
Yeah. It's not the revenge you'd think. Ha ha, stole one of your plugs. Joke's on you. That'll show him. Right.
Plus, I see Anthony Bennett's going to be a part of that.
Yes.
Well,
what happened was.
And Dean Ambrose is going to do an autograph signing that afternoon or that early morning.
Where's my dad
in
going to
Woodland, PA.
Dad?
At the Crickets.
Dad? I missed you! Right, I'll stop now. Sorry.
Yeah. Go back to your
I'll go
artistry.
It's fine. It's cool.
Chew your gum. Don't mind me. I'm slowly breaking up
enough
Lucas
of this
here.
dead air. Let's just go. Come on.
All right, Dean Ambrose at Cricket Wireless in Woodland, PA.
That should be a goodie as well as far as appearances go.
And the Atlantic City, they're having WWE tonight. Banks and Bailey, Dean Ambrose, and Elias on the card. Raw and Philly, like you said, and SmackDown in Wilkes-Barre on Tuesday. With the New Day, AJ Styles, and Kevin Owens.
Certainly should be good on that. I'm taking a look here. So that's Dean Ambrose appearance. That's this Monday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So yeah, you're grimacing as it doesn't look as though you'll be available for that either, Lucas.
I'm working 8 to 12, but also
you're not getting over to Woodland in an hour.
Yeah, and also I would get my hide skinned if I actually did go to that. So by multiple people now.
Yeah, that's about it.
All righty. Well, we appreciate the look at the local scene as always, Ed, and thank you for the info as well as the great sound bites here. Nothing to add on Lucas's part. Well,
I've said enough.
You've said enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Shut up. Don't agree.
Wow. And I thought Matt Sells was the one on the Salty and Bitter tour.
He needed an opening act.
There we go. Yeah, great little weekly series that, not so little weekly series that he has. It's Never Sunny in Matlanta. Be sure to check that out.
Oh, it's on Instagram and YouTube.
And I think Twitter as well, unless he Yeah, a few different ways to check that out. But yes, in terms of other interesting sound bites, we certainly got one thanks to Vincent Kennedy McMahon, as he kind of played the spoiler for the Fastlane pay-per-view coming up a week from tomorrow. Here it is from SmackDown earlier this week.
11 years. All I've ever wanted in this industry was a chance. And after 11 long, hard-fought years, it's happening, baby! And we know that this moment would not have been possible if it wasn't for my brethren, my brothers. Come on, y'all. You know how we do this. My boys, the New Day. Give it up. I also know that none of this would have been possible if it wasn't for all the tweets, the hashtags, the trending topics, the skywriting, the letters, the smoke signals from y'all, the WWE Universe. Y'all made this happen. You demanded it. And at Fastlane, I'm gonna do what everybody has wanted to see me do for a very long time. I'm going to beat Daniel Bryan and become WWE champion.
Whoa. The chairman has arrived.
Before this contract is official, allow me, Kofi, to tell you personally just how much I've appreciated everything you've accomplished over these past 11 years. However, it's incumbent upon me as the chairman of the board to give all of you the highest caliber competition I possibly can. The biggest box office I can possibly give you. Therefore, Kofi, I'm replacing you. I have no alternative. I'm replacing you with a man I've appointed that is more deserving than you, quite frankly. More qualified than you, Kofi. May I present to you the man who will face Daniel Bryan at Fastlane?
It's this man right here. It's this man right here.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah, they talked about the return a little while ago, and it looks like it's official now. Back after a few months being out with double knee surgery, Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
So Kofi Kingston out, Kevin Owens in, and I think the internet, you'd think that they'd be happy because, we get to see on the big stage Kevin Steen and Bryan Danielson.
No, we wanted the big stage would be WrestleMania, which was what everyone thought it was going to be planned for. It's like either that or we're going to get Kofi versus Bryan at Mania, which is still great, but it's just why is McMahon coming out and interfering with matches again?
It's just what he does.
'Cause I can, damn it.
Twitch McMahon. Gotta love it. Okay, maybe not.
Yeah, no.
So that adding on to the other three matches announced for Fastlane 1 week from tomorrow. You've got the SmackDown tag titles on the line. You've got the Usos and looks like the Miz and Shane challenging back for them. Also the women's tag team titles on the line. The newly won women's tag titles of the Boss and Hug Connection, Bayley and Sasha Banks.
Yes.
Defending against Nia Jax and Tamina. What a grimace.
For the new champs. Damn it.
No, we'll see here. And the SmackDown Women's title on the line, Asuka defending against Mandy Rose.
Yeah, that one was a curveball.
Yeah, a little bit. We'll see how things shake out, though. And more matches, I'm sure, to be added this week as got to fill out the pay-per-view here, the last one before WrestleMania, which is creeping up in terms of time frame. We're only, 5 weeks away?
think so.
Yeah. 5 weeks away from WrestleMania. 36 days.
Well,
let the countdown begin, or continue, or something along those lines. All right, we're going to take care of our second timeout. We'll get into the beef between the self-professed actor versus movie star, or stars, I should say. And also, well, it's a little bit of contract info and some not-so-good news regarding a WWE Hall of Famer. This one hits me right in the feels. I'll attempt to compose myself and talk about that, and we'll also talk about the latest to be inducted in the Hall of Fame, as that was announced as well earlier this week. All that and more here on Pro Wrestling Weekly on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Schedule a retirement planning strategy session with TFG Wealth Management. Mark Freed previews his technology others don't have access to and methods other professionals don't consider. Mark's maximum planning process takes you to and through a successful retirement. Call 866-296-8156. Mark Freed at TFG Wealth Management. That's 866-296-8156.
Investment advisory services are offered by TFG Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisory firm in the state of Pennsylvania. Insurance products and services are offered through the Freed Group. TFG Wealth Management, LLC, and the Freed Group are affiliated companies.
Not on my watch, our military service members say, as they volunteer to serve, as they move out, stand firm, and take fire. So not on our watch, we say, to the severely ill or injured veterans who can't get the care they deserve to live full and independent lives, even when there's no government funding or a nursing home seems like the only option. We won't leave one warrior behind. Not on our watch. Join us at findwwp.org.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
Hey everybody, it's Bill Clement, hoping you can join me Wednesday 6 to 7 p.m. for the fastest hour on radio. It's Independence Blue Cross presents Bill Clement's Hockey World, and that is me. I'll be joined by a different Flyer or Phantoms guest each week from a Chickies and Pete's location near you. Go to WBCBsports.com to learn more and watch the show live every week. Independence Blue Cross presents Bill Clement's Hockey World, live from Chickies and Pete's every Wednesday 6 to 7 p.m. right here on 1490 WBCB and 610 ESPN.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, March 2nd. On this date in 1998, WCW Monday Nitro aired live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In the main event, Randy Savage and Sting defeated Hulk Hogan and Scott Hall by disqualification. On this date in 1999, WWF Monday Night Raw was taped in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In the main event, Mankind defeated Steve Austin by countout with The Big Show as a guest referee. On this date in 2009, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Boston, Massachusetts. In the main event, John Cena defeated World Heavyweight Champion Edge by disqualification. On this date in 2015, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Newark, New Jersey. In the main event, Seth Rollins pinned Roman Reigns. This has been Today in Wrestling History, March 2nd.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you alongside Twitch and Mitch.
Yep.
It seems like a tag team in the making.
No.
That's right. Well, tag teams don't work out so well for you, I've noticed.
Nope. Unfortunately not.
Yeah. Somehow you've worked with me the last 5.5 years, and that has strained at best. Sorry, was that a little too real?
I don't know. Was it?
There's
the answer would be no, Fearon. The answer would be no.
No, not at all. Of course not.
Yeah.
Moving on to news and notes. More news and notes and things.
Thank you.
You're all right there.
I'm never all right.
No, of course not. All right, well, let's get into some good news here. Something else that is definitely all right, and very arguably long overdue induction in addition to the WWE Hall of Fame. Ah, yes, that guitar can only mean one thing. The latest entrant, the Honky Tonk Man. The self-proclaimed greatest Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion of all time that held the Intercontinental title for a record 454 days. That's almost 65 weeks. And rather hilariously created the spawn of the ever-brief Honkometer, thanks to Santino Marella, as he was trying to make his way to beating that record and fell rather short, unfortunately. But while the Honkometer was around, it was still a fun thing. He held the title for 454 days, did the Honky Tonk Man, before losing the title to the Ultimate Warrior in the inaugural 1988 SummerSlam. And, of course, the event, the induction event will be held on April 6th in Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center. And, well, the Honky Tonk Man, he joins the 6 members of Degeneration X, as announced last week: Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Chyna, X-Pac, and the New Age Outlaws. And certainly more to come, and I'm sure sometime over the next couple of weeks here we'll be getting into the usual annual discussion of who should be in that isn't, and I'm sure after the Hall of Fame inductees are all announced and it's all sewn up, it'll be, all right, who got snubbed this year, as there's always a lot of that goes on. I don't know, your initial thoughts of somebody who should be in, who isn't?
Bam Bam?
Well, there has been some rumors, talks, scuttlebutt, things of that nature, that perhaps that Bam Bam is among the short list of people to be inducted this year.
Rugged Ronnie Garvin for Hall of Fame, but I'm dead serious. That's the problem. Hashtag Garvin for Hall of Fame.
V1 from OSW Review is definitely in your corner and stable on that one.
What
that's
about
for sure.
Bruiser Brody?
Wow.
If we're going they do one international, or someone who wasn't exactly in WWE but was recognized.
A very well-noted global name.
Or Liger would be another good one.
Certainly a possibility.
Malenko.
Oh, Dean Malenko?
Yeah.
Unless you meant Boris Malenko.
No. Dean Malenko. There's a lot of guys in WCW that also help out backstage WWE, but are recognized. A lot of the cruiserweight guys, maybe like Ultimo Dragon, Abdullah the Butcher.
He's already in.
Abdullah's already in?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I'm 99% sure, but...
I'm just throwing out names, okay?
Yeah, I'm double-checking here, but I'm 99.9% certain, because my memory sometimes does fail me. Class of 2011, so it was 8 years ago he was inducted. It was a little while ago. You were still a tyke of, 9.
13.
Close enough. And actually, this year he's going to be inducted into the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame, so...
Very nice.
Yeah, more accolades for Abdullah the Butcher, so we'll see, but... No, great to see the Honky Tonk Man. We actually had the chance to work with him a little while back.
Well, by work with him, yeah, sure.
Yeah, briefly, but...
Very briefly. Did
Still.
you talk to him? I didn't get to talk to him.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got that kind of stroke.
I see what you did there. That's Jeff Jarrett's thing, though.
Yeah. Calm down there, Slappy. Says, I don't think I can say the other...
Hey, don't tick me off. Ho ho!
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, this is something that is meant to, I'm sure, tick off a lot of fans, as it's some unfortunate sad news, as numerous websites have been reporting over the course of the last day that WWE Hall of Fame announcer Howard Finkel is said to be in very poor health since suffering a serious stroke back in July of last year. Yeah, the Fink, the voice of a generation when it comes to the in-ring announcing, and details have been sketchy as he's kind of led a very quiet, very recluse type, even before the ailment in this case. But the Wrestling Observer newsletter describing Finkel's situation as, quote, a really sad story. Finkel, of course, loved throughout the WWE universe, and his voice announcing a multitude of legends to the ring during his time as a WWE ring announcer, going all the way back to 1975, being employed by Vincent McMahon Sr. Yeah,
I've gotten to meet the Fink, actually. Very nice person. He signed my original copy of the wrestling album on vinyl.
Oh, very nice. He also got the chance to record a little sounder for us here at WBCB. So yeah, he's just an absolute class guy.
Look, we already lost Mean Gene. I can't. Please pull through, Fink. Honestly, yeah. I'm dead serious.
No, we will certainly see how things go with that here.
Like, I may not have grown up in that generation. That doesn't mean I wasn't affected by Howard Finkel.
Yeah, how many? I mean, he, I think, is at least in a great deal of way responsible for the hashtag "and new" when it comes to just the way that he would announce "and new such and such champion."
Yeah,
that's something that people have taken. I don't know who was the first to originate the hashtag "and new" in terms of.
It was probably someone within. I saw it start to pop off with MMA fight or UFC fighters.
And I'm sure some of them were wrestling fans and grew up with the Fink as the prime in-ring announcer.
Yeah,
I know. Before I get emotional about it,
yeah.
Let's get to something else that kind of sparked up a little bit of emotion. Dave Bautista. He spoke with TampaBay.com's Christopher Spada, and said that he hates having his acting career compared to other current wrestlers, saying, quote, "Do not compare me to The Rock or John Cena. Everyone does it. Those guys are wrestlers who became movie stars. I'm something else. I was a wrestler. Now I'm an actor."
I wonder who did respond to that.
Well,
please tell me David Arquette. Please tell me Arquette was like, "I challenge you. Shut up."
No, I don't think it went like that. He followed up on his thoughts toward Rock and Cena, stating that Rock was, in a way, a movie star before he was even a movie star. There's something about him that's really special. I'd never take that away from him. Would I consider him a great actor? F no.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he's got a point. Look, I love The Rock as well, but we pay but he also knows what he's good at in terms of movie roles. You're not going to see him in a drama anytime soon.
No, and Batista goes on from there saying, "I want good roles. I don't care about Fast and Furious or Bumblebee. That's not the kind of stardom I want." He goes on to say, "I want to be in Dune. I want to work with Denise."
And he is going to be in Dune, the remake.
He is, yeah.
He was talking about this early on. He did an interview with Jericho, and he talked about the problem is he gets typecast a lot, but he does take the whole acting thing seriously. Like, he does like to... He's a huge movie buff. He when he was in the James Bond film with Daniel Craig, and he said what he loved about his role was it was a throwback to villains like Jaws and a few other villains, I forget who he named, that don't speak.
I think Oddjob might have been one of them.
Yes, Oddjob. And he does want to be taken seriously as an actor.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he said he wants to be in Dune, he wants to work with Denise Villeneuve.
I'll pretend to know who that is.
Well, he's in Doom with him. Yeah. He wants to work with Sam Mendes and Jodie Foster. He goes on to say, "I want to work with Academy Award winners. I'm proud to be a character actor. I want that respect and credibility and education." Now, the story also includes notes on Bautista preferring to be a bad guy rather than a good guy, which may help explain his current positioning in WWE as he went and spoiled Ric Flair's 70th birthday party this past Monday by going into the locker room, beating him up to get the attention of Triple H, which is planting the seeds for a Batista-Triple H match at WrestleMania 5 weeks from now.
Look, the Batista versus WrestleMania... oh, Lord. Batista versus Triple H at WrestleMania.
Go on.
And the Jonas Brothers are back together releasing an album. Holy 2007. Why am I in 2007? What is going on? Mitch gets it.
Yeah, no, I got it as well. So does that mean you're going to be repeating second grade? Is that what's... Or fourth grade?
Third grade, thank you.
Somewhere in there. For all I know, you might have repeated second grade at the time.
No.
No?
No.
No? Okay.
No. I was a good egg. I was a good noodle.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know.
All right, so Batista also said that he knew he wanted to leave WWE at the time when he was fined $100,000 for blading without permission.
Yeah, that was him and Jericho, I think, for the title. And he got fined, and then the guy who agented the match also got fined, and he was just like, I just lost my...
The passion was lost from there.
Like,
but he said his return to WWE could allow him to end his pro wrestling career, quote, the right way.
Yeah, he wants to actually... One last time, but let's do it good this time.
Now, because of the seemingly harsh words, Batista ended up retweeting a headline from MovieWeb about the interview, saying, quote, retweeting this because although the headline is a bit misleading, I really appreciate them pointing out that I was not bashing anyone. I'm not a disrespectful person. I speak from the heart, and sometimes it comes across harsh. I stand by the interview with the Tampa Bay Times. Just in case people were thinking he was taking pot shots at The Rock and John Cena.
No.
No.
The Rock gave him The Rock was the one that gave him advice on going into movies and stuff.
Yeah, so there's good vibes there. It's just they have different ideas of what they want to do. That's all.
Batista's one of those people. He seems like a genuine dude, and he seems like I really want to hang out with him.
Yeah, seems like a pretty good a good guy overall.
Yeah.
And some other quick hits here. Madison Rayne was granted a contractual release from Ring of Honor, and then later in the week, in fact, yesterday, Impact Wrestling announcing the return of Madison Rayne.
Funny how things work out.
Yeah. She had signed with Ring of Honor for a one-year deal back in this past September, and I think my guess is it was a personal decision to go from Ring of Honor to Impact, as Rayne is married to Impact Wrestling play-by-play voice Josh Matthews.
Yes.
So, possible thought
him.
there. And an interesting addition to creative, according to ProWrestlingSheet.com, that Dana Warrior, wife of the late Hall of Famer, The Ultimate Warrior, began working with the WWE creative team at this past week's tapings. Now, Warrior's position's not permanent at the time, but the report states that she was brought in to offer an additional female perspective. Interesting. And some other local news, MLW, Major League Wrestling, pushing back its return to Philadelphia's 2300 Arena. The show was originally scheduled for June 1st, but it's been moved to December 21st. That June 1st date been filled with MLW's debut in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And we've got about a minute and change and a lot to get through, so it's time for a quick
birthday!
I can't anymore. 2 + 5 Brucey bonuses. On this date in 1960, Deborah Marshall was born, the former WWF Women's Champion, valet, and former spouse of wrestlers Steve Mongo McMichael and Stone Cold Steve Austin, known simply as Deborah. She turns 59 today. And on this date in 1975, Carmel Macklin was born, the former WCW Nitro Girl known as Chameleon and valet known as Miss Jones. She turns 44 today. Now to the Brucey bonuses, things outside of the world of wrestling. On this date in 1931, Mikhail Gorbachev was born. The former and final president of the Soviet Union turns 88 today. Tearing down that wall. And on this date in 1952, Lorraine Newman from the original cast of NBC's Saturday Night Live was born. She turned 67 today. On this date in 1962, singer-songwriter and rocker John Bon Jovi was born. He turns 57 today. Plus, he owned the Philadelphia Soul Arena football team for a little while.
Yes, he did.
And you mentioned Bond earlier. On this date in 1968, Daniel Craig was born. The current role of Bond in the 007 movie since 2006. He turns 51 today.
Well, the current role is up in the air. He's the I guess, current.
Well, he's filming.
Series runner.
He's filming one. Yeah, he's filming one that's due to be released in 2020.
Wait, he's filming another Bond movie?
Yep. And on this date in 1982, Ben Roethlisberger, the Super Bowl winning quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers, he turns 37 today. That's going to do it for us. Play us out, Nutsy.
1 o'clock in all's well.
Serving you better than ever before. This is 1490 WBCB.